Hello everyone, and I am back posting content that you did not expect because I am here to post casual commentary YouTuber videos much in the style that I enjoy. So it's completely unrelated to everything I've ever done before. This is going to be better than Hedgehog of Wisdom, better than whatever other videos I made. I don't even remember at this point. Maybe it won't be as good as my rap music videos, which are still to this day set to private. So if you ever saw those, great. I guess you are a true Toasty Toast fan. Or a true Toasty Toast victim because the videos sucked. Just kidding. Those videos are kind of cool. They're kind of cool. They're a little cringe though. Okay? And I am back here standing up. I am here. I am moving around. I'm not just sitting and talking in a monotone. Moving around. I have some of the sunlight. I can't move very far because my microphone cable does not extend very far. So, hey, if this video gets 3 likes, I will post another one and I will get a longer cable and I will move all around the room. I might even dance. Not 3 likes. I don't know. Maybe I have to get more than that. Maybe 4. Can we push 4?
No!
4 likes?
No!
Do you think we can get it, guys?
No!
Guys, do you think we can? Maybe I'll put a little clickbait in the thumbnail. Tricked you, made you click on the video. Made you click on the video, but guess what? Joke's on you because I'm gonna keep you with my incredible riz. There's another Gen Z word for you, okay? Oh, he's too old to be using those words. He can't use those words. That's cringe. The topic of today, and now you might be like, when I introduce this topic, you might go, toasty, toast, whatever, okay? This is so boring. Why would I engage with this content, okay? And my answer to that would be, this is a commentary YouTube video, okay? It's meant to be in the background a little bit. It's meant to just be in the background while you play a little game, maybe draw a picture. I've been putting videos in the background and playing Dominion, the card game, or sometimes I've started drawing again. I drew this frog right here. Just kidding. I didn't draw that. He has a banjo. It's lower res than I wanted. I ordered it off. At any rate, you didn't click on the video to ask about the frog. So today's topic is going to be highly unexpected, but I think it'll be interesting. And it's related to a certain popular product, a certain popular powder. That's right. If you guessed Gold Bond, then you are correct. So here's the thing. Gold Bond recently changed its packaging. And I don't know about you, but one thing I like to do is notice ordinary things. I once got into birds and I started identifying all the birds around the neighborhood, and now I could look at all these random birds and go, oh, that's a black phoebe. That's a mourning dove. That's a cedar waxwing. That's a rare one. If you see a cedar waxwing, then that's a lucky day for you. Go buy a lottery ticket. You'll probably see them in a bunch of pairs, and they'll probably be on pepper trees eating the berries in a flock. So, but you'll see them like once a year in an average suburb around this area. So, at any rate, but you notice ordinary things around you, and then you get more out of life because you keep noticing these things, and you go, oh wait, now that's a thing I noticed instead of just something in the background. So one of those things for me is products and marketing. So you look at a product and you go, all right, what's their target audience? What are they trying to go for? What are they selling on here? And I think it's kind of interesting. So when I see that a product as popular as Gold Bond does a big rebranding, we're going to have to talk about it. We're going to have to analyze it, okay? So get ready. We are looking at the old, let me get this on, the old and the new Gold Bond. Let me get these images bigger. Can I get these bigger? Will that work? Okay. So I'm sort of stuck between one and the other, okay? But hey, look, don't click away. Don't click away, okay? Please don't click away. We're going to be talking about why they made these decisions. And I don't know anything about their market, but one thing I do know is that this is a very, very big brand, so whatever the decisions they made were probably highly, highly informed And we could probably read into some of the reasons. So, and like I said, this is a background video, okay? So don't be talking about how boring it is. It's not going to be that boring, okay? When you notice why brands do what they do, it's kind of interesting. You go to the grocery store and you go, what kind of market are they trying to get here? And you'll kind of see a blend of markets. Like, oh, these are people who want a tasty snack, but they want a little on the healthy-ish side, but not like a super health food or something. So I think it's kind of interesting. And if you don't, then I'm just going to keep you here by my incredible personality, okay? Finna keep you here for the Riz. That's right, I said it. See, you're typing in the replies right now. You're typing cringe, millennial cringe, L ratio. That's what you're typing. But you know what? This is my video, and I can have fun with it, and you can't do anything about it. And if you type a comment to tell me that, then you just give me more engagement. If you dislike the video, guess what? YouTube disabled dislikes in 2020. A decision that no one liked. Everyone disliked it, which was ironic. Or maybe the opposite of ironic. I guess if everyone liked it, it would be ironic. But everyone disliked it. So it was parallel, not ironic. All right, so with that said, let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of this, okay? You've been wondering, you've been waiting patiently. You've been chomping at the bit, okay, to get to this actual commentary on the marketing strategy here of this product, of this branding, and let's get into the meat and potatoes, okay? I'm having some coffee, okay? So sue me. I'm having some coffee, okay? So let's go from top to bottom here. Woo, where's my hand? Is my hand visible? Let's see. From top, woo. Let's go from top to bottom here. So starting right at the top. Big change. The cap is different. Everyone hold the phone. Take your phone. Hold your phone because they changed the cap color on here. They went from their absolutely iconic red to gold. What a bold choice. Or is it bold? Because the red was the bold choice. So maybe they went more subtle, but they took away that bold choice, which itself might be kind of bold. At any rate, I think that is, I've been very interested in just this cap alone. Because that's so different, because that red really makes it iconic. However, the gold, it's gold bond. So when you see the gold cap, you'll be like, oh, it's the gold thing. And just a little side note, the package itself is this gold? I guess it's not shiny. I guess shiny would be too expensive. Maybe that's why they did this, to be like, let's make, well, is this, I guess the top is closer to actually like gold. Yeah, I do have the actual physical bottles here of the old and new, which is what made me think of this. Whoop. Let's see which one I like better. I'm trying to think. You know, here's what we have to do. We have to take a step back and just look at the overall design, okay? Don't be looking at details. Just look at the overall design, okay? Because everything's going to fit within that. So over here, let's see. Okay, over here, all right, over on this one, on the old design, it looks more friendly. It looks more approachable. They are really hammering on the red. You see how the red of the cap is reflected in the red of the bond, and then the red of the circle, and the red of the original strength. So they are working on that red. It's very approachable. I get just the sense that it's more... well, this will become obvious when we look at the other bottle. So looking at the other bottle, it's not as approachable. It's more like, I guess... It's like stronger. It's bolder. It looks close to Impact font that they use on all those old memes. So maybe new memes too. I don't know. I don't know what the young kids are doing today. But when I look at the new one, it feels more like it's like reliability and strength. That's what I see. It's more straightforward. It's more sharp angles instead of like nice rounded fonts that are not nicer, but rounded fonts that feel more sort of friendly and approachable and like, I don't know. I'm running out of words to use for this, but you guys get the difference, right? You see that this one This one, sorry, it's reversed on my screen. That's why I keep messing it up. So you see how this one just kind of gets that like strength feeling. So one thing I'm thinking is that over time, they either always, I don't know what happened to their demographic, but I'm assuming today at least, it's a fairly manly demographic, or it skews towards men. More men are probably buying this product because as I'm looking at it, it looks like the previous one, it probably has more of a universal appeal. Like that one looks like you could use it on like babies. I'm not saying you can, you probably can't, but it just has that look. But this one looks more like it's for men, just because it has that like sort of strength, more masculine look, more of that sort of appeal. You see the way the words are, they sort of have that like Gold's Gym, like bending a bar as you move it up. I don't know, is that reading too much into it? They did angle it more. You see how this one's less angled? This one has on this bottle here. You see how they have the GB, and on the new bottle, it's just gone. It's just straight up gone. So they simplified that, which is interesting. It might also be less expensive to do the modern packaging because you don't have that imprint on there. They do still have the solid line, which might help a little bit for structural integrity. I'm not totally certain about that. Just FYI on the side view. Oh, wait, look at this. On my bottle, they actually have the GB on there still. Oh, so this mystery runs deep. Okay, so I'm not sure. I guess the image, let me see if there's any other differences. Yes. Yeah, we will get to, I guess I'll note this right now. The only other difference I see is that this one, the one that I have physically here, says talc free. And net weight is smaller. Oh, can you see that? And it says sold by weight, not volume. So it says that in small text. So sold by weight, not volume, guys. Sorry, if you're looking for volume, then sorry. Okay, it's not sold by volume. Okay. Anyway, so that was an interesting choice. It does simplify it a little bit. I guess overall, is it simpler overall? I don't think so because they have a lot more like bigger selling points on the newer one here. So, but we'll get to that. So, I just think that's interesting. But on my bottle, they have it. So, I'm trying to think if I like it better with it or without. Just looking at this side-by-side comparison, okay? I don't know. I don't know which one I like. I guess usually imprinting into the bottle does have a nice look to it, but it does get a little bit busy. So I guess if they could imprint something else, maybe a pattern or something, it might look better. But that physical imprinting it makes it look more expensive. It makes it look more, I don't know, higher tier, more brand name sort of. But I guess I would imprint something else. That's my take on that. Okay, so we went through the lettering as well. And so like I said, I think that their market is probably more men. It might have become more men over time, which is why they changed the branding. So it might have not. I'm not totally certain. Okay, now we're getting to the little man. I told you we were going to get to him, and guess what? It is now time to talk about the little man. Here's the little man. It's brand new on the old packaging. This man is not present anywhere on it. And guess what? It's also on the hand lotion too. So it's just part of their branding. Which is interesting because there's all these layers to their branding. They have the GB, they have the bottle shape, they have the little man, they have the new font of gold bonded. So the little man, I guess, is sort of like saying, it's like he's jumping for joy and he has these little marks coming out of him, sort of like energy, like the masculine energy of no longer itching due to using the power of Gold Bond. This video is not sponsored by Gold Bond, FYI. So I guess it gives this overall view of like vitality. Maybe you could see it as strength. It looks a little bit versatile, so I could see that guy as doing yoga or doing lifting. If you really want to get next level here, maybe the gold bond, maybe the way, okay, so maybe the way that logo is sort of tilted makes it look like he's lifting a barbell up, and it's sort of like Gold's gym. It's sort of like bending over his head. Let me find an image of Gold's gym, the logo. Okay, so I thought that in the Gold's Gym logo that they had the barbell holding over the head, but you see how it's tilted, right? So this packaging can almost give it the faint impression that he's sort of lifting something, and then it's like curving over his head. So maybe that's a little bit reading too much into it, but I don't know. It's something to think about. It works more with my hypothesis that this is a product more made for men, more looking at people who appeal to strength or so on. I'm sure that can be women too, but just predominantly, I think that would be a more manly audience. So now here, this is kind of interesting. Here's a little bit of a meta commentary. You know what that says? It says, new look. So the bottle is advertising the bottle itself. So when you go to the store, you could go, oh, I'm getting the bottle with a new look. Shoot. But it could also just be like, hey, you remember the old bottle? Yes, it looks different, but it's just a new look. Okay, same product. Although it's not quite the same product, I'm going to show you a difference, but we'll get to that later. Okay, I'm not going to do any spoilers at this time. So getting on to the next level. Look at that seal. It's totally gone. They scrapped it. They got rid of the healing medicated since 1908 seal, which is interesting. They replaced it with the little man, and they made the little man smaller. Which, side note, just a little looking ahead a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to do a total spoiler, but looking ahead, it looks like they did that to make room for some of these statements. They really wanted to advertise, these statements right here. And so I think, they got rid of the seal to make those a little bit bigger, okay? A little bit bigger. It's really hard for me to position my hands right here. So they made a little bit room for that, but we'll get to that. So they took away the seal, which is interesting, and medicated was in big letters. Now it still says medicated, but it's just much smaller. So I guess I'm not really sure the idea of it being medicated. I'm like, what does that really mean? I mean, it's not medicine. I'm not going to take it like a pill or something. So like, what does it mean? What would it mean if it was unmedicated? So I don't know the definition of that, and I'm not going to Google it because I don't care. You probably don't care that much, but it's just kind of a little interesting thing to know. And also think they're advertising to audiences like us, not to people who like know exactly what it means to be medicated or unmedicated in this context. So I just want to think of it as an average consumer, sort of. Healing since 1908. So they took away the healing too. Would Gold Bond help with healing? For a lot of people watching this video are like, I don't know what Gold Bond is at all. I have no idea what it does. Although you should know now because you've been staring at the packaging. So if you don't know now, then I don't know what to tell you. It's right in front of your face. So I haven't commented on it. So if you're just so focused on what I'm saying, then you may have missed it. So good for you though for paying attention to me because it helps me out with my ego and knowing that people want to hear what I have to say. So let's get down to some of the beef here. Let's get down to these statements, okay? Original strength. It was on the original bottle. It was more highlighted in red, but it's in bigger text now. So it's way more legible. You might not even be able to read the other one on your screen. Well, maybe. I don't know how big your screen is. Maybe you're watching this on a phone, okay? But they made original strength much bigger, so they wanted to draw more attention to original strength. Also goes with my hypothesis that they're emphasizing strength here. They like to put that word on the bottle. So they want you to know it hasn't been watered down, I guess, although they don't put the year. So original strength, original, but for how long? How long has this company been around? Original strength, original to the 1950s, until when? Until 1908. But we don't know that now because the new packaging doesn't say 1908. Body powder is smaller now. It's kind of weird how this I don't know if this was a good decision. original strength, body powder, anti-itch, like these are all sort of in the same thing, but body powder is what it is and original strength is a description. So I feel like it makes more sense on this bottle to be like, hey, original strength, what is it? It's body powder. And you see they're totally different fonts. They're totally different. They're like one has a big red block around it. So, and on the new bottle, original strength is bigger. But maybe they're kind of like, everyone knows it's a body powder. So let's just make original strength bigger and forget about the body powder. Or not forget about it, but make it a little bit smaller. I don't know. I thought that was a kind of interesting decision. It's also interesting that they used a lot more background. They have that white background, sort of goldish background. And on the other one, the only text that has that is original strength, unless we're talking about the like seal. But the only other thing that has a background color is the original strength. So next up, now this is interesting. Anti-itch menthol 0.15%. Okay. Now here we're selling the product. Okay, we are saying what it does. Hey, you have an itch. We're gonna get rid of that itch. On this one, this is kind of funny. On the other, I don't know why I'm holding it up. You have it right here. But on the other one, what does it actually do? Okay, it's a powder, but why would I ever put this powder on my body? It's like saying, oh, this is a gel. This is a cream. What does it do? Am I a cream? Am I supposed to put it in my coffee? Am I supposed to put it in my hair? What am I supposed to do with it? Or a powder? Like powder? Powdered what? Do I powder my wig with this? Do I go back to the 1700s and go powder my wig with this? Become a judge? Get a gavel? So it does kind of make more sense on the new packaging that they said, hey, it's anti-itch, which is the biggest feature that they show, which probably means that their market research showed that the biggest use of this powder is anti-itch. Yes, I figured that out. I put 2 and 2 together. Okay, I figured that one out. But what's funny to me is that this kind of bothers me. Okay, this is kind of an OCD thing a little bit, but okay, on this bottle here, triple action relief, cooling, absorbing, itch relieving. Okay, great. New bottle absorbs, cools, and controls odor. And it still says triple action formula. But okay, look. Anti-itch though. So it's triple action plus anti-itch. So it's quadruple action. Do they not want to put quadruple action? Do customers want to see triple? They just love the idea of triple, like that 3, the rule of 3 or something. I don't remember what the rule of 3 is. It's probably, I think it's something with photography or whatever. But at any rate, it's funny that they say it's triple action and then they advertise one more action. So it's like, there's 4 things it does. Why don't you say quadruple action? I guess that's just too much. I don't know. It's weird to me. And like, apparently if anti-itch, that's the biggest thing they're marketing, they say it's triple action. And then, but the triple doesn't include the most important feature, which we put above. So that just feels weird to me. I don't know if it's probably a good idea. Like one thing for this, when I ever think of a product, when I ever think of marketing, I always assume that they're making good decisions overall. Okay, I don't think corporations overall always make good decisions, but when it comes to branding, there's probably a good reason for doing something that I am not privy to. I did not see their research, but I assume they did a lot of research and then they made this decision based on that research. So there's probably a good decision. The people who design this know a lot more than I do. Okay, they know a lot more than I. Did you know that's correct grammar? A lot more than I, not a lot more than me, because you're saying they know a lot more than I do. Yeah, you didn't care, I'm sure. You didn't care. Anyway, so let's get down to the very bottom, net weight. Now, okay, on the image on screen, net weight is way bigger. They went way bigger. We want everyone to know this net weight. Net weight, we want people to know. And on the other one, it's way smaller. However, oh, wait. Oh my gosh. I know why it's missing the logo. That's net weight 4 ounces. This bottle is net weight 10 ounces. So it's a mini bottle. I've been comparing the big bottle to the mini bottle. It's okay, because they're really close. They're really similar. But that's why the weight is so much bigger, because it's such a small bottle. Let me make sure that other things are not different. I want to double check. Okay, that looks really similar to me. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to draw attention to is the product is not exactly the same. This one at the bottom says talc free. I don't know if you could read that, but it says talc free. The other one doesn't say talc free. And guess what? I read the ingredients and it has talc. So the product is actually different. So we're going to do a test right now. And I'm probably not going to notice any difference, but I'm going to make up something to act like I'm a professional, and I'm going to find a difference. Okay. I saved a tiny bit of the old one just to do this video. I don't know if that's a difference. I just put one on my left arm and one on my right arm, and I cannot feel any difference. And that is all the testing I'm going to do. I'm not going to put in any more effort into this video except for editing it. I'm going to make it really rad in editing. I'm going to put on all sorts of cool effects. I'm going to drop in like a reverb fart effect. I think those are really cool. I think those are always funny. I think in any context, those are always a funny thing to edit into videos. So I'm going to edit that in somewhere. If I didn't edit it in, I'm going to put it in right now. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you watched this far, then you probably did. And if you say you didn't, but you watched this far, then you're probably lying. So thanks for watching, and have a good day or whatever, and bye.